let's get started. Fun and Shine, very warm welcome. Could you please introduce yourselves um, to everyone tuning in and tell a bit about your role within Band? Let's start off with Fun here.
Hi, so I'm Fawn. I'm basically the CSO or head of strategy, and I actually focus more on the business role. So day-to-day wise, it's business development, connecting to projects, protocols, and everyone we want to work with, as well as marketing. And the strategic side, it's more on planning, including product roadmap with the team and where we would like to go, where we would like to see Band, and any additional kind of program that we need to roll out to ensure health check of the project in general.
Okay, hello. I'm Chai, serving as the head of operations at Band Protocol. So my primary role involves oversee both internal and external operations. To break it down further, internally, I'm focused on enhancing processes, facilitating retrospective sessions to gather team feedback and set objective, resource allocations and management, risk assessment, and collaborating with the executive team on crisis management. At present, my foremost priority revolves around the decentralization plan. This encompasses planning, research, and execution. Externally, I also don another hat as the debt relationship lead, responsible for spreading the word within the community, as evident from my active participation in numerous events. I proudly present Band Protocol. Lastly, I also spearhead the grant program, playing a pivotal role in its management and operations.
Sweet, that's fantastic, guys. Cheers for the introduction there. I can say it's clear that both of you are deeply engaged with Band Protocol's mission. To break it down further, can any of you explain what Band Protocol is and what we're trying to solve in general in this ever-evolving crypto space?
Band Protocol is a decentralization Oracle data service provider that provides reliable and secure data feeds for decentralized application. You may call it the apps, decentralized applications. It connects smart contract with external data sources and APIs, thus allowing the apps to access off-chain data in a touchless manner. And also, Band Protocol use an independent blockchain known as the Band chain, which is built on top of Cosmos SDK. Since Band chain is a blockchain built specifically to optimize performance for data oracles, you are able to offload resource-intensive tasks from the destination chain and minimize risk of the network congestion to optimize throughput and data accuracy, potentially saving you from high transaction fees.
I'm just gonna jump in as well. So Ban is also live in like more than 30 chains. And yes, we were kind of the go-to oracle for Cosmos, but actually we're also EVM compatible, which has really, really helped us expanded our reach to multiple more projects and programs. And then last but not least, actually, we really have tried to be working on the fact that an oracle doesn't have to just be for price feed. It's any data in, data out into from Web 2 to Web 3. So with that, we are trying to also pilot multiple new use cases. And I'm trying to consolidate how these things can, or this kind of information can be shipped out and sent to the community in a crisp and concise way so that people understand and are aware of the true potential of having an oracle, and that it's like actually this kind of tech is here to stay, due to the fundamentals of how blockchain works, basically.
Sweet, thanks, guys. I can say that both of you are clearly dedicated to Band's success. Now that we got that covered, let's dive a bit deeper into the significance of both of your roles within Band. Shine, noted that your role involves overseeing various operational aspects. Could you share some of the challenges you have encountered and solutions you have implemented to ensure BAN's operations run smoothly?
Yes, sure. So in our company, we handle things happening inside and outside, or in internal or external. There are a lot of operation, right? So it's important to know that I cannot do everything alone. So the main key of this is about the people or our team. So I really trust their skill to finish the task, and I'm okay with them making mistakes sometimes. Interestingly, when people fail and then get back on track, they become even stronger. You might already know that the cryptocurrency world changing super fast, right? We can guess what's come next. We cannot guess what's come next. When the problem show up, we need to be ready to work together and find the answers quickly. And when it's come to finding those answers, it's not a job for just one person. But yeah, luckily we have a smart people from Band Protocol on our team. Yeah, and the Oracle itself, is based on a simple idea, right? So just bringing the data from Web 2 to Web 3. But the tricky part is making sure that the data is always safe and good and reliable and secure, right? The way to do this is to keep watching it. But if we fix only thing by hand manually, when there is a problem, it's not smart and efficient way. But the solution is having good tools, monitoring tool, or even the tool that can execute automatically to watch carefully and strong system to keep Band Oracle running well all the time without hiccup and mistake. And I can say that if we have no people, so we also have no tools. Yeah.
Thanks, Shine. Spot on. As they say here, teamwork makes dream work. Obviously, there are a lot of people behind both of you that personally I am not in contact with regularly, but obviously, yeah, teamwork is the way to go. Coming back to you, Fawn, same question.
I do resonate with Shine in terms of working here. You need to have like the adaptability and the flexibility of what changes all the time, and then the resilience to, like, for example, we did have certain other plans for the whole of this year, but seeing how the first half pan out, we do have a change in like product direction as recently launched in our half year wrap up of the new things that we would work on. So in terms of challenges, I would say like, and this is in kudos and well done to the founding team for finding the blue ocean and made us the first mover in Cosmos. I don't know if most of us know, but we use or we started in Ethereum as well. And then seeing how Cosmos is way more attractive for us due to proof of stake at the time, we decided to move and had that secure that first mover in position. But now to stay relevant, we need to build additional complementary or adjacent products for the Oracle itself, as well as improve the Oracle itself, making it faster or more, or we're always working on like between security, scalability, and speed. Where is the right kind of balance for our Oracle, and then how to go to market with this sort of new or improved capability. Again, we also really want to push new use cases, and we are focusing currently on making it ready even before the market is ready. So when there's market readiness, we can launch pretty quickly. And then I would say, last but not least, maintaining and upkeeping the strong community that we have is so important. Hence, we launched an ambassador program as well as a validated program. It's our, I would say, first step towards being fully decentralized or really working on the longevity and sustainability of the protocol itself.
Thank you, Fawn. Moving on, I can say that BAN has shown significant improvements and integration to tools being built from scratch over the last couple months. Shine, can you perhaps tell our listeners about these new features that became available, namely CW BAN and the price sheet module?
Sure things. Actually, there are two integration tool that we implemented, right? So the first one is CDW band, and another one is PyFeed module. So actually, the different thing between these two integration is about the module that store the data. So for the CDW band, we we store the data in the Cosm Wasm module or Cosm Wasm smart contract state. But about the price feed module, there is the Oracle module itself on the Cosmos ADK based blockchain. So I will explain more about CDW band. CDW band is some kind of data type library that help developer easily integrate their Cosm version smart contract to band chain via IBC. We didn't just make the library, but we also wrote the clear and detailed instructions. So these instructions are based on the problem and question that community had. So if you want to see for yourself, go to our band protocol GitHub and take a look in the CW band or PyFeed module, and then follow the instructions step by step, and you will see how simple it is to connect your consumer smart contract to band chain. So actually, I proved it already because I did it by myself before this. Yeah, it's very easy though.
Yeah, and just to add, the point for doing it, like these open source products, is because we actually want to speed up basically the tokenomics of Band. And when people or more people connect to us and use Band natively in an open source manner, it means that they needed to use a Band token to pay for our network. And I just thought it's like a great way to ship out the products and also increase the reach to everyone and anyone.
Very neat. Thanks, guys. What do you guys think of the future of oracles? Will be like, and what role will BAM protocol play in it? Fawn, you already touched on some extra use cases being implemented. How do you see the future of oracles in general?
Sure. So I really believe we'll start using it more for security and privacy. And this one is my, I would say, personal favorite kind of use case, and I'm just waiting for it to take off a bit more. Knowing that actually a lot of people have already been using it, just not advertising so much. People can also use it in their intranet. So perhaps like maybe it's not as aware in the public scale, but basically you can now access data or personal data, without having to share it to the actual operator. If you onboard these data onto an Oracle, you can query and then ask if the person exists on, let's say, multiple social media platform, and then ensure that we can send like a simple yes or no if this person is a real person, so that protocol users can run knowing that they're only interacting with real humans, and people who are using the protocol can also be ensured that their information are not leaked. So it keeps this whole sense of identity as well as security, and it's the essence, I believe, of Web3 in general anyway. Just waiting for that to take off a little bit more. Secondly, I would say DeFi would be like supercharged or on steroid. Like we've already been seeing how derivatives have been trading in DeFi as opposed to just centralized trades. So with that, it came about due to improved in speed of the Oracle. But obviously, we need to ensure it's secure. And then last but not least, actually, a lot of people have been talking or have been using the bridge since day one, right? But with IBC, it's basically a pioneering point where you can see that you can also just send tokens by yourself through this kind of new capability. So I'm waiting to see how an Oracle can come into play a little bit more with this, given that we also run certain bridges and we've been using it ourselves internally. But as the industry progress and we can achieve more efficiency, this would then be available to the public a little bit more.
Okay, so actually, as Phun mentioned earlier about the bridge, right? So in my opinion, the idea of connecting different blockchains, known as cross-chain communication. So I know that everyone may see this sentence over the Twitter. Yeah, cross-chain communication, IBC, or anything is about the cross-chain. So now is a crucial and in the future in the crypto space. So Band Oracle is like key player offering tools and guide to help different blockchain work together using Bandchain as a middleman. So the Oracle is like a person who gather all sorts of information, right? Not just the prices, but any type of information. Let me give you an example. Imagine if the state or information of different blockchain, right, like Ethereum or BSC or any chain, is stored in band chain. When chain A want to talk to chain B, they can use band chain to check and verify and make sure everything is okay before sending the message to chain B, right? Along with the special proof or cryptographic proof. And there are a lot of use cases that can be happen in the band chain, as one mentioned earlier about security, privacy, or anything. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So thank you. You actually explained that much better than me. That's what I was thinking. It's like you don't really just need to set prices anymore. It could be any data. And as the proof is something that uses gas, right? So as we increase efficiency, this would be cheaper and it would make working in this manner more reliable as well as just more secure in general.
That sounds amazing. Not gonna lie. Moving back, you
Thank
said
you.
that yeah, security is obviously paramount in blockchain. How do we over at Band secure or ensure, I'd say, the security and reliability of our Oracle, especially considering the potential risk associated with decentralized data sourcing?
So yeah, I must add that Ben so far has never ever been compromised. It's our unique or key selling point currently. Um, in terms of the infrastructure wise, we're decentralized. That's why a lot of party helps make us stable and secure, and thanks to all of our validators. But I think I'll talk a little bit more about the additional things, the fail-safe protocols that we add into. So we actually have a team of monitoring 24/7. Um, and we also have we have notification on every stage if anything were to not run properly. For example, if uptime is down or if things are sending or not updating at the correct interval or frequency that we want them to be. And then we also have a lot of internal tools, for example, and this may attribute or contribute to some people's curiosity why Band don't support all of the symbols. We have a lot of internal tools. One of them is asset addition. And we fine tune the criteria such that we can be sure that whatever we onboard will not be compromised. And that's partly from experience as well as what we see in the market of so many oracles being compromised and manipulated all the time. And like you said, Leon, like security is paramount to us. So we don't want to ever be in those kind of position. Hence we made this tool. We also have like multiple dashboard and monitoring tools that we set internally.
Thanks. Yeah, key takeaway for me is that we have never actually had any risk for our Oracle. We've always had like uptime 100%, and no bugs or anything in comparison to any other Oracles that had that, of course. Shine, moving back to you. Interoperability is a key topic in the blockchain industry. How does PAN protocol contribute to this between different blockchains and DeFi applications?
Okay. So as first, I want to double down on the phone said about we never compromise. But yes, we never compromise. So we feed the actual price and anything never compromise. Yeah. Okay. So if you are talking about interoperability, is that a core of Bandchain mission to be the go-to infrastructure solution provider to all aspiring Web3 developer or builders? So Band Oracle is available on many L1s and L2 chains, and even the protocol operating on multiple chains can connect with Band to get Oracle solution integrated on multiple chains at once. Band is a major player in the Cosmos ecosystem. It has upgraded its chain to enable inter-blockchain communication, or you can call it IBC, a crucial step in facilitating communication between chains in Cosmos. Band Oracle solution is also EVM compatible chain as well, and available on multiple EVM compatible chains, or even non-EVM compatible chain. We can tailor-made this to be able to integrate with them too. So we are on everywhere. Yeah.
Thanks, Shai. Also good to say, I think not a lot of people know, but Band was the first or one of the first to use IBC, I think together with Injective. Just for everyone interest. Fun. I noticed that we had, and I had quite a couple questions on this. Noticed that we had a new grant being initiated on the forums with the revision of our official ambassador program. Mind sharing some insights on that? As I said earlier, I'm sure that we have a lot of people tuning in are eager to hear more info about this.
Yeah, sure. I would say I'm super excited, and it's as I mentioned earlier. We do want to be more decentralized, and we want to be able to work around the clock, and we actually have a lot of openings, vacancies, or support that we would love to have from people who really, really believe in Band, like us, because we're the core contributor team. So there's 3 tracks that we want to establish, and that's community development in terms of technical development, and then business development. In communities, there are so many multiple tracks, and our head marketing, or Jenny, is working on it with Leon himself. We need mods of people who are in charge of Discord, Twitter, Telegram, and then we work a lot with content creation, creative arts, and we also want to be able to organize events. And then we also have, in terms of developer support, I would say we would love people to start building or utilizing Band. We've seen some use cases previously with Desmos, one of our validators, and I really believe that there's so much more opportunity to try and pilot new things. Hence, we also want to be able to ask for a certain foundation grant amount to be able to fund these projects. And last but not least, I've seen that there's also a clear opportunity to tap into other people to help us with BD. Like our validators are sometimes really, really close to some of the projects that we work with. And, we would love to get support in a more decentralized manner, so people can contribute to our project as much as they want. And we posted on the forum to sort of create this guideline or structure to the program. For example, if if you're promoted the most, you become a Band Jedi Knight. We want to be able to incentivize you to continue your good work for Band protocol. And hence, we are asking for a certain amount of money from the foundation, and to be able to reward or keep the program going and keep the project growing.
Thanks, Fun. Another question in that regard: do we have like a timeline when people can expect to apply for
feel free
the higher up roles again?
Feel free to just throw me questions on that. Well, we've already officialize it on forum, right? I'm really hoping that people can debate or engage in a bit more discussion, such that I could make a good case to talk to the foundation team of how we think we can launch it, or how we can go about it. We're also looking for people to head up each of the verticals, so community development, community developers, and BD. So let's say we're the first Jedi Knight, so that they can help coach the next set of people who want to participate in the team too. Initially, we would love to have already, revised, revamped, and relaunch it. but perhaps now with how things are going, because you're also launching the validator program, I would say we're looking at like within Q4 to be able to officialize this again.
All right, thank you. Coming back to you again, Fawn. I have one more question on the on the BD side.
Yeah.
What developments or partnerships can we expect to see from Band? I noticed a great one actually dropping last week.
Thank you.
Seen our Oracle solution on Arbitrum.
Yeah.
It's very neat and I think quite an overall achievement to say the least.
Thank you. So on CW Band and Price Speed, which are open source, our tech team themselves are working directly with other developers. So we don't have a clear timeline on those ones. But on the BD front, as the L2s are really coming up, and we've been really kind of head down and focused on supporting them all. We will go first with Cosmos and EVM chains because we really believe that we can get it up and running really quickly. So we're working on supporting a few, so you'll be able to see some. And as well as what Shine said earlier, we also always support L1. So any L1s that are looking and have a good traction, we do support them. So just stay tuned. There's a bit more coming up. We're kind of really happy with those. We also work with a lot of L1s in like a grant manner. So with the grantee, apply for grant to help support, develop whatever they need. One with A-Star, I'm quite excited. So they're in Polkadot, but they originally is EVM compatible, but now they're working on a new language. One where I think we can really see Band fit in and support. So fingers crossed, that one is coming soon. We're also doubling down on our internal capabilities. Like I mentioned, we have a bridge in place and we're working on improving efficiency so that we can go to market with it. Or if not, we could just open it up so that our partners can use it. We're also working on a faster Oracle. We name it Oracle Variant 1. It's basically an extension of our existing Oracle. We're working on having a subset or running it with a smaller set of validators so that it can operate in sub-seconds for particular use cases. And to be honest, again, like I really want us to branch out a little bit more. So we need to put some resources into new kind of things that we didn't support before. For example, state asset prices. We were going to work with some protocols on it, but now after talking to our tech team, I feel like we can bypass and get it done faster if we just launch first. So there's that as well.
Sweet, thanks. Lastly, before we move on to some of the community questions, Shine, we've recently, as you touched on earlier, soft launched the Band Protocol Validator program. How does this has been coming along, and how does the overall interest been for this program?
I can take this one first again. So it's been amazing. Like a lot of people have applied, and it's been really, really helpful that they apply and we talk or discuss with them so that we can continue to fine tune. We have set up internal criteria of what we need or some quotas on certain things. For example, we have additional delegation quotas or bonus plus point for people who help us run our IBC relayer, but we only need a certain amount, and the places are filling fast. So I'm so excited that people actually are interested and are filling these places. Another one is we also have spots for people who want to help run testnet validators for us. So that one is there's still a lot of space available for that one, but we're slowly going through existing and new validators on what they're looking for. We're also really, really keen on helping them get the delegations from the community because we've run some numbers and we realized that there's still a lot of awareness or outreach program that we could do such that these players, people are aware of these players and they can stake with them. Yeah, so it's coming along well. So if there's any validators in the call with us, number one, yes, please do be patient, but actually two, please also be proactive and just message us anything at all that you want to know, any clarification. Sometimes a roadblock is just we didn't see the message or we didn't realize there's something that you would like to support and have been looking for.
Yeah, can I add a bit? So actually, it's amazing of this program. So as one pointed out before, so a lot of people have shown a keen interest in this program, and they have also submitted their application for it. We are continue to run the programs, staying in touch with those who are interested, and making sure that the incentive for program are well matched too. Actually, this program is quite smooth and go far as I expected before. Yeah, it's nice.
We are also working on additional documentation page for people who are on active SIT so that they have another page or information bank on things they need, whether it be technical or non-technical, or even like how they want us to help them in marketing. Because we do have multiple channels that we would like to utilize for them. Maybe we should be able to come out with like an official timeline pretty fast, pretty soon on how things are gonna be. Yeah.
Thanks, guys. Yeah, I see quite some validators in here. High stakes. He's one of the OGs.
If you guys have any questions, so we open the question or any idea or any feedback in our band Discord. Feel free to put in there. Yeah, thank you.
That's a wrap then, everyone. Shine and Fun, thanks a lot for joining, taking time off your busy schedule to do so. And if we have people in here that are still keen to ask questions, as Shine said, either hit us up on Discord or Telegram, or drop me a DM personally. I'll be happy to answer any questions you have come to mind. Thanks, guys.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Yeah. Bye bye. Have a good day.